guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gloria and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about my Fiddle leaf fig, which is the Ficus Lyrata. I personally don't have the tree form, so the Fiddle leaf fig tree. I have the Fiddle leaf fig Bambino, which is the more compact version. I'm just going to talk about my care and why I like these plants. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you hit the like button or comment something down below so that I know you enjoyed. And yeah, let's get right into the video. So first off, let me show you. This is my little Fiddle leaf fig. So this guy has, quite a few leaves. It's quite cute. It's very compact. Ooh, just dropped soil. I literally have soil like all over my room. So yeah, this guy I got maybe about 4 months ago, and yeah, it's been doing great. It pushed out about 4 leaves. It went a little bit dormant kind of like in January, February, and then it started growing again in March and April. So yeah, I've been really happy with this guy. I haven't lost too many leaves, and I don't find it's particularly difficult compared to other plants. But yeah, people seem to find this guy very difficult to take care of. I'm here to show you that it's not really that bad, and hopefully these tips help you guys out. First off, with light, I would say I definitely give this pretty bright indirect light, and sometimes even like direct sunlight. Obviously not for too long. I mean, if you do want to keep this outside where there's no shade at all, you're probably going to burn the foliage, even though like the leaves are quite thick. I would say like it can't take like cactus sunlight, like it can't just be directly in the sunlight. You might have to like ease into it, so maybe give it a few hours and then like more hours throughout the week, and eventually you could probably give it direct sunlight like all the time. But seeing as I keep this inside the house, just give it maybe like an hour or two of direct sunlight, like closer to an hour on really sunny days if I just want to take advantage of the sun, because it does help it grow. I usually have this under a grow light, just like directly under a grow light, and it's been doing fine. This guy definitely needed a lot of sun, so I would say south facing window, maybe a little bit pulled back, would really be great for this guy, or a west facing window. But if you guys don't have great windows like me, then grow lights work just fine. Let me know down below if you want to know like which brands of like grow light bulbs and like grow lights that I use. Happy to share them with you. But yeah, moving on. So with watering of this guy, if I overwater it, it definitely loses a leaf. Like it just drops a leaf very quickly. So I can see how people might think it might be a really difficult plant, but for watering, I make sure it's not completely dry up, because if the soil is completely dried, I think the leaves would start really wilting down and be like really soft. I just let about like the top 2 inches of soil dry. So if I stick my finger in the kind of like up to my knuckle, like right here, if I stick it into the soil and it feels dry, like you can't rub the soil in between your fingers because it's like stuck on it, then I would water this guy. And I definitely water it very thoroughly. So I just once again take it to my sink and I just turn on the faucet and I pretty much just let the water drain out. Usually I can feel if the pot is really light. Like this one's pretty light, but when I stuck my finger in, it was still a little bit wet. So I'm gonna wait another day. It's in just a small little like 5-inch pot. And yeah, so I water it all the way through and make sure the soil is very well draining, and then I just put it back into its cache pot, which is a cover pot. Yeah, so that's what I do with watering. So I just use normal tap water. I don't find there's any issues with that when I use the water that's in Canada. I guess it's like not too bad, the water. But if you want to use distilled water or rainwater is obviously best, but it's perfectly fine just using tap water, which is what I use. In terms of humidity, I do have this closer to my humidifier, so I would say it's closer to like 50 to 60% usually. I find they just grow a little bit better when it's humid, and it's just to really promote faster growth. As you can see here, let me show you. There's some like speckles of like brown spots on the new leaves, and that's what water edema looks like. So apparently that's inconsistent watering. I mean, the brown spots don't particularly bother me, but I guess it might bother some people. I would say most of my leaves have that, and the plant seems otherwise healthy, so I guess maybe I'm not watering it as great as it wants me to. It means like the roots are not uptaking the water as fast as you're watering it. So I could probably, err more on the underwatering side if I want to prevent that, but that doesn't really bother me. Happens to a lot of people's fiddly figs. But yeah, that's what those brown spots are. If you get like really big patches of brown, then that usually means your watering is like way out of whack and like your plant is trying to tell you to change your watering schedule. These little dots are not that bad, so I'm okay with it. How this grows is it grows from the top. The leaf kind of like bursts out from this little tip there, if you guys can see, and then it comes out really small and then it slowly gets bigger and bigger. So these leaves, the top two leaves, are actually still growing, so they're not at its full mature size yet, and then after it'll harden off. Like these leaves are much harder compared to the top two leaves. So yeah, I haven't repotted this guy yet, so I think I probably will. When I took a look at the roots, it didn't look too root bound, but once it does start like getting really root bound at the bottom, I will up the pot size to maybe 6-inch because I hear there's a lot of transplant shock when you repot fiddle leaf figs, and I don't want that to happen because you end up shedding some of the leaves, and I kind of want it looking more bushy like. It's normal for like the older leaves to kind of get yellow and like fall off. This one's kind of yellowing, but it's still okay. So yeah, the bottom leaves, if they start dying and falling off, that's totally fine, just not at an alarming rate. But if your top leaves are falling off, then that usually means something is wrong. You should check your roots, check your watering schedule, all of that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you do like these types of videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!